What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Sports here, and I'm finally back with another video. Sorry, I've been preparing for this video. It's been just over a week. This is going to be an awesome video, Leaf fans. I know you guys are going to like this video. It is the Toronto Maple Leafs season preview. They're starting to play preseason games already. I just figured, you know what? This is when I gotta make the video. I kind of want to predict the roster before it's finalized, and I just want you guys to get an idea of where my head's at with this team. Now, before I get really into it, this is my opinion. This is who I think might play for the Toronto Maple Leafs this year. I am not Lou Lamoriello, Mike Babcock, Brendan Shanahan, obviously. I am just a person with an opinion, and I am not going to be 100% correct. I'm not a genius. Nobody on here is going to be a genius. I'm just going to try my best to predict this lineup, and there's going to be a couple people that probably disagree with me, but let's have a good comment section here. Let's have some actual, conversations in the comment box, because not everybody is going to be correct. So, the Leafs had a disappointing season last year. I mean, coming in last place isn't really fun, but we got Austin Matthews out of it, so yeah, that's pretty awesome. So we're going to forget about last year. Just wanted to give that quick little update. We're going to update you guys right now on where the Leafs stand right now. So let's start with the head coach for this season's Toronto Maple Leafs. It's going to be Mr. Mike Babcock. He's going to give you a good opportunity to win some hockey games. How could you not love Mike Babcock? One of the best coaches in the league, if not the best coach in the league. These young Leafs are going to thrive under Mike Babcock. I'm so happy that he is a Maple Leaf, and welcome back as the head coach again for this year. And then you got our guys upstairs. You got Lou, you got Shanny, you got Dubas, and you got Mark Hunter. That's a nice little head office up there. Management team, pretty good. You got Lou, he's the snake. He loves doing those deals that not everybody can pull off. Then you got Dubas, the guy who knows everything. He's smart, he's young, he's probably going to be our next GM. And you got Shanny, who's got the Shanny plan. And then you got Mark Hunter, a guy who does a lot of work behind the scenes that not a lot of people notice. I'm a person that really likes to take note of those type of people. He is a smart guy, he knows what he's doing, he knows how to scout players, and he's got a good team with him. Now, I think the goalies are pretty much set. Everybody can't really predict the goalies because it's obviously set. Fredrik Andersson is going to be starting for the Toronto Maple Leafs this year. Hopefully he's healing up right now, get him ready for the start of the season. I'm really pumped that the Leafs finally have a #1 goalie. And a lot of people are going to go, oh, Leaf fans say that every year. No, Fredrik Andersson is going to be a massive upgrade in goal. And I'm just happy to have him. It's going to be fun to watch. And he's going to grow with this team just like everybody else. And backing him up is going to be Jonas Enroth. A nice backup, a good piece. I'm happy that the Leafs have two goalies that we can rely on. They're going to be good goaltenders. Jonas Enroth is a cheap goaltender for right now. And, if we need to go to the Marlies, which I'm hoping we won't have to, we've got Sparks, who a lot of people overrate. I like Sparks. Hell, he went to my high school. He's a good guy, but he's not there yet. He's not right there. And Antoine Bibeau, man, he was pretty shaky in his first preseason game there, but let's forget that. Those guys will be in the Marlies, and then you've got Casimir Kaskisuo, and I'm not sure where he's going to end up, but he looks pretty good. So let's get to the defense, and there's been rumors flying around about Jacob Trouba. I'm not going to get to that in this video. That might be a separate video, but with my luck, he's going to get traded right when this video stops. Yeah, man, could he be a Leafs defenseman soon? Damn. So, these are my predictions for the Leafs defensive pairings. The first line, I have Hunwick and Riley. That seems to be a pretty solid opinion from a lot of people, but everybody just wants all these new guys to come in, and Corrado, Marinson, and Carrick and all right away just to take over all the top spots. That's not how it works. Hunwick and Riley are probably going to be the top pairing, and I guess I'm okay with it. The second pairing is probably going to be Jake Gardiner and Zaitsev, and I'm okay with it. A lot of people have a lot to say about Gardiner, and Zaitsev is pretty new, but I think it's going to work. And people are saying that Zaitsev has top 2 potential. I don't see it. The top 4 potential seems good for me, and I think that'll be a good pairing. Now, the third pairing, I have 3 guys that could possibly be in there, so it's Marincin, Carrick, and Polak. So you'll probably see time spent in the press box by any one of those guys throughout the season. I think Polak's probably a lock for the amount of money we're paying him, and you'll probably see Carrick in there more than Marincin. Even though Marincin could actually take over Polak's spot, I think Polak is just there to be that gritty guy, the tough guy on the blue line. He just hits a lot, and I mean, I'm okay with him. I'm a fan of Roman Polak, but the money was a little much. But hey, what can you do? Whatever. If I was to give a final prediction, I'm probably saying Polak and Carrick. Marincin too, it's just hard to predict because Marincin's got that left-handed shot, and then you'll have a right-handed shot with Polak or Carrick. I could probably see it switching around a lot. If I was to say to start the season, though, I think they're probably going to go with Polak and Carrick. That's just my guess. Marincin is going to grow with this team as well, hopefully, so that'll be something to look out for. Now, this is where the controversy is going to start because I had so much trouble trying to think of what these lines are going to be. Now, before I start this, guys, Mitch Marner hasn't even played a game in the NHL yet, and you want him on the top line. It's not going to happen. Please. It's just not going to happen. The first line is going to be James Van Riemsdyk, Nazem Kadri, and Leo Komarov. I think that's pretty much set. That's probably the first line. You got to give respect to the guys who have been here, and I mean, JVR deserves it. Kadri could be losing his #1 job by next year to the guy who's going to be on the second line, in my opinion. And Leo Komarov is just Leo Komarov, a guy who possibly could get traded. Not a lot of people talk about that, but cap friendly, and he's a decent player. He can play on the first line, you never know. But he's a guy who probably is going to be slotted in on the first line. Now, this is where the fun starts because I had a lot of trouble with this second line. So you're probably going to have Austin Matthews in center. Now, the thing is Babcock said they're going to start in the third line, but this is just my opinion. I would have Matthews at center on the second line, and then I would have William Nylander playing on one side. And then on the other side, if I was to make my opinion on who's going to start the season because he's having a good or he had a good World Cup of Hockey, Michalek might slide in on that line. And I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for that. But again, the rookies aren't just going to all pour in at once. We just don't have enough space for those guys. Michalek could be a guy in and out of the press box with any one of the guys I'm about to mention. But to start the season, I'm going Michalek, Matthews, Nylander. That's just my guess. And again, any 3 of these guys could slide in. Hyman, Reichel, or Brown could be on that line. I don't see Reichel and Brown really making a huge impact in the NHL right now. I don't think they'll ever make a huge impact, even though I'm a fan of both of them. Hyman is the guy that everybody got a good look at last year, and he had some good chemistry with William Nylander. So you never know what could happen there. That could probably be the second line. I don't know. It's tough, but I think Hyman and Michalek will probably split time there. But to start the season, I'm going Michalek, Matthews, Nylander. For me, the third line is probably a lock with Tyler Bozak, Matt Martin, and then again, the one side just always has me messed up because I'm not sure where they're going to slide in. Again, it could be any one of Marner, Brown, or Hyman. I'm thinking to start the season, for me, again, like I said, I think that Hyman and Brown will probably not see too much ice, same with Reichel, but they'll probably be swapped in and out throughout the year. I think Brown will probably start with the Marlies, and Reichel will probably start with the Marlies. So the third line's probably, my final guess for the third line is Matt Martin, Tyler Bozak, and Mitch Marner, which would be pretty awesome in my opinion. The fourth line, you're probably looking at on one side Levo or Greening, and then you're going to have Like down the middle, and then Nikita Soshnikov on the fourth line. Now keep in mind, Leaf fans, Nikita Soshnikov was actually on the fourth line on the Marlies too, so he came up and proved himself in the NHL, and hey, can he do it again? Let's see, but I think that's where he slots in. But to start the season, I'm thinking Greening probably doesn't have a job, so it's probably going to be Josh Levo with Brooks Laich and Nikita Soshnikov, which, I mean, I wouldn't be too upset with as a fourth line. So just to recap again, I'll give you guys my lines, and they are as written here. James Van Riemsdyk, Nazem Kadri, and Leo Komarov on the first line. Then I'm going to have McCalloch, Austin Matthews, and William Nylander on the second line. Then Matt Martin, Tyler Bozak, and Mitch Marner. And then on the fourth line, Levo, Like, and Soshnikov. There's some guys that I had on the outside looking in, like I mentioned. Brown, Reichel, and Hyman probably is going to make the squad. Brown might make the squad. But Kasperi Kapanen, I think he's going to get a full year with the Marlies. He'll probably get a look after the trade deadline. But I think it's better for him to get another year with the Marlies. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I just can't see him fitting in unless he just blows people away. Now, another thing to keep in mind, there could be a trade before the season starts. I know it's pretty soon, but a trade could happen, and you never know. That could completely switch around the rosters. Guys like McCalloch and Greening could get moved. Komarov, JVR, everybody's names have been thrown around. Bozak, so you never know. But that's my guess at the roster. The goalies are a lock. The defensemen are almost a lock for me, but the forward group is just all over the place, and it's good to have depth. Now, let me just talk to a select amount of Leaf fans. Now, please, listen to me just for a second. I'm going to say, I do not know everything. I could be insanely wrong here, but let me just let you in on one thing. You guys need to let Mitch Marner grow. I am a huge fan of Mitch Marner, but the Leafs are going to do what's best for him and his growth. If that means that he's going to be in the press box some games, it sounds funny, but he's going to have to grow with the team. They would much rather him probably be with the club so that at least he's joining in practice. He's talking to the guys like Polak, Brooks, like. Those are the guys that are going to go, look, listen, this is how the NHL works. He might not play every day, but he's been wowing people in these preseason games and training camp, whatever. I could be completely wrong. I would love to see him play every single game, but that might not happen. But I think it's almost impossible for them to send him to London again. It's too easy for him down there. And it sounds weird, again, hockey shouldn't be too easy for somebody at that level, but it really is. And like I said, some of the guys I said might be on the outside looking in, and some of the guys that, you know, are right there, but they're just not on the squad yet. They are probably going to get looks after the trade deadline because, again, our roster is going to blow up like it did last year. So, that was fun. Whew. We're going to have a good season this year. It's going to be fun. We got some new kids coming up. Again, please, let's all be friends in the comments section. I'm not perfect. I am definitely not a genius when it comes to trying to make line combinations. I'm just a huge fan, and this is my opinion. I want to hear everybody's opinion in the comment box. Let's not thrash each other, because somebody that you think is completely wrong could have the exact lineup come opening night. So I want to see your guys' lineups in the comments section on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you are. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, at Andy Piluk. Link will be in the description box. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this Toronto Maple Leafs season preview. Give you an opportunity to subscribe to my channel. That's my Mike Babcock. I mean, Steve Dangle does a better Mike Babcock, but I try. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Go Leafs, go. See you later.